And this is certainly a historic day. Morgs, we talked about the captaincy, the recency bias maybe of the World Cup win as well. But in Pat Cummins, they've got themselves a leader, they've got themselves a fast bowler, and SRH have spent the big bucks.
Yeah, they have. And we talked about it yesterday and on the pre-show that you would rather see the money go to where they actually need both a bowler, possibly a leader in the change room, or even with the captaincy hat on as well. And at the moment, you know, the very few captains in international cricket that can pray or actually give hold to the accolades that he's achieved in recent times. You know, World Test Championship winner as captain, World Cup winner, retain the Ashes away from home. He's certainly running high on confidence, but also, you know, the experience that he brings. He's a very cool, calm, collected guy, not typically Australian. He's not the brash Australian that we've come to know in recent generations. So already a good relationship with the new head coach, Dan Vittori. So I would say a goodbye, but it is a lot of money regardless of who you are. So well done, Pat Cummins.
You did bid for him in the mock auction yesterday as well, Morgs, but also it helped, I guess, the fact that they got Hasaranga at 1.5, a steal, and Travis Head at 6.
With the Knight Riders at 2 crore. At 2 crore, any other team coming in? At 2 crore, currently straight up ahead at 2. At 2 crore, anybody else bidding? Any paddle going up? With the Knight Riders currently, Chris Wokes at 2 crore, 220, say Punjab. Ahead of you now, it's with Punjab at 220. 240, KKR is at 240. 260 for Punjab. 280 for Kolkata. 3 crore is with Punjab. And 320 for the Knight Riders at 320. 340 for Punjab. $360 for you, sir. Kolkata Knight Riders at 360. $380, say Punjab. 4 crore, back with Kolkata at 4. 420. Ahead of you now, but with Punjab at 420. All done. At 4 crore and 20 lakh, then it's with the Punjab Kings, not yours, Kolkata. On my right, at 4 crore and 20 lakh. Let's see if any other team would like to come in.
It's about going out there and executing those ideas. And Dan, it seems like a very calm and collected dude who kind of, you know, works with guys that he knows very well. And he's got that in Pat Cummins and Travis Head at the top of the order. Mayank Agarwal possibly open the batting with him. I think Abhishek Sharma will come in at number 3. And I think that sets them up pretty well. There's Aiden Markram as well. It looks like a very, very solid side for me right now. And they have, you know, they had Rashid Khan at 1 point. They have Hasaranga at 1.5 now. So I think it augurs well for them. As far as CSK is concerned, wow, man, I think they've done well for themselves as well. I think Rachin Ravindra at again 1.5, I'm not wrong.
1.8 for Rachin Ravindra,
I think
Shardul at 4.
And Shardul at 4. I think those are steals as well. And to have come in through the back door and to get Daryl Mitchell. No, I think they've done well for themselves. I think they've kind of described the strategy to us. They're going to back the Indian fast bowlers and go with the foreigners in the middle order. I think they still have enough burst to go after someone like a Shah Rukh Khan to kind of fill in that gap when MS Dhoni is done. They've done exceptionally well as well.
So 2 busy sides starting things off at the auction. The Sunrisers should be very, very happy. They've got a leader and they've ticked a couple of other very crucial boxes. Time to hear from their coach, Dan Vittori.
Obviously, the fast bowlers are targeted. There's only a select few that you can go for, and obviously Pat's been bowling so well lately. He obviously brings in an element of batting as well, and like in all these auctions, someone else desperately wants them as well. That's why you get pushed to that high number, and because our team is relatively settled and we had a good budget, and the fact that we'd already picked up Travis Head and Hasaranga, we felt like we'd covered most things that we wanted the auction, so we had the ability to spend that much.
Good to hear from Dan Vettori, and there's so much to look forward to from the Sunrisers now because they came in not looking for too much. 6 slots to fill, and they seem to have got the job done. They were elated, and there you have it. Won the World Test Championship final, won the World Cup, became the most expensive. And yep, this is a man who has won hearts across the world as well. It's funny, I think the entire Aussie contingent for winning the World Cup, I think got 30 crore rupees. He's single-handedly walked away with 20.5 today. Pat Cummins tells you exactly how worthy of leadership he might be as well. Pat, you're back, Hyderabad. We are heading towards glory. That is a nice.
And this is good, right? I think you want the money to go to the guys who've done well and who are great guys as well. And these guys are great guys. Pat, I've played with him, and I know he's an incredible dude. You know, he's a team man. Puts the team ahead always, willing to do anything for the team. He's a great guy, like you said a while ago, very unlike a traditional kind of Australian. You know, he's not very brash. He's very approachable, a very affable guy. And you know, and what Hyderabad needed was leadership, and they've got tons of it now with Dan Vettori, Pat Cummins, Aidan Markram. They've got a nice.
And Mayank's done it for a while as well, so he'll understand.
And Bhuvi's there as well. Correct. They've got a solid leadership group in place. Now I think this looks good for Hyderabad, and I think they'll be a team to reckon with in this IPL.
Well, let's go across to the other spenders of the first couple of sets because the Chennai Super Kings were very busy as well and got some very good work done early on at this 2024 auction. As a result, CSK are down to 11.6 CR, but they don't have much work to be done. And as Robin was saying earlier, they could go after a local lad in Shahrukh. They could look at any other options that they want and maybe get a couple of steals late as well if they need to. But you spoke about the likability of a Pat Cummins. We know the Kiwis are affable characters as well.
Best.
And they've added 2 of them in there. Mike, we're giving you a nice pat on the back in the house because Rachin Ravindra at 1.8. I don't think many of us saw that coming. Daryl Mitchell, I don't think anyone saw CSK swoop in there at 14 CR, and Shardul Thakur at 4. Robs, that is work well done early in the auction for CSK.
Yeah, I'd have to say this is daylight robbery as well.
Yeah.
by the Super Kings. I think they've done exceptionally well for themselves, and they leave themselves in such a good place as far as the purse is concerned and what they require is concerned. They need one foreign player, and they need 3 Indians, and out of that, they can go very high for someone like a Shah Rukh Khan. You probably be thinking where the other teams will go, how far they go for someone like a Shah Rukh Khan, and if CSK gets Shah Rukh Khan here, I think they'd be like all boxes ticked as far as the auctions are concerned.
Hess, when you look at the way they went about it, how much of that Daryl Mitchell buy had to do with the fact that they got Rachin and Shardul Thakur at under 6? Because they would have possibly budgeted about 16 or more for both of them combined.
Yeah. It's exactly the same as we talk about Hasaranga and Cummins. Like it's a package deal. So the fact, I mean, Shardul, they would have budgeted 12 minimum.
Yeah.
So there's 14, another 8. 14, I would have thought. So there's another 10 that you go, you're plus 10. Rachin as your backup potentially,
5
maybe
or 6,
2 or
maybe
3 less. So therefore, you can go to whatever you like. So Daryl Mitchell is a free pass. So they would never have thought about being able to get him to bat in the middle order. He's a great player of spin. So obviously playing at Chipok, we know he can hit down the ground. He can reverse sweep. He just complements that lineup so nicely, and that is a bonus. And that is a bonus because they got Shardul Thakur and they were allowed to get him. So I think some of the other sides in the room have got to take a little bit of responsibility for that because part of their job is to push the price up.
Yeah.
Very few people would have thought that Shardul Thakur is going at 4.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that Harshal went for 11.75, that was far more likely what Shardul should have gone for.
And you called that as well. You said the second of those 2 will go for big money.
Correct, because he's the only one left, and it is such a high-priced commodity to have an Indian all-rounder. So I think that a few of the sides dropped the ball there a little bit and allowed CSK to basically rule the roost.
Because we knew they would go.
They got away with it. Yeah,
we knew CSK would go. So even if it was gamesmanship and sort of pushing the price up, that was a possibility.
100%. They should have done that. I think that is also the dynamic of an auction. Like, and yesterday we were like, okay, let's push the other sides to also put in some more money so that you can strategize well. And I think what CSK done well here is that they've strategized on the move, right?
Yeah.
And I'm certain that Daryl Mitchell wouldn't have necessarily been part of their plans, like
maybe
the number
6,
1,
something like that.
Yeah, maybe the 5th or 6th option, right? But the fact that they were able to get these 2 players, Rachin and Shardul at under 6 crores, gave them the option to kind of re-strategize and come in through the back door and steal someone like Daryl Mitchell.
And you've still got 11.6 yard left in the purse for CSK. Let's hear from the Kiwi coach, Stephen Fleming.
It was a player that was of high interest to us, but we had a feel for him. Mitchell was obviously a key target for us, but you also Richmond was a bonus buy at that point.
So Stephen Fleming, he's added a couple more Kiwis into the mix, and you can understand why. Obviously, good camaraderie.